Where did John go?
I don't know. Has he fallen out?
He's probably fallen out.
Probably,
probably gone to get a trio or a club biscuit.
Oh, I could have one of those right now.
Yeah.
I've sort of tried to stop eating chocolate at the moment. I weighed myself last week, and it was like, ooh, that's not good, is it?
Bang in there with a lovely comment. Oh my gosh. Hi guys. Glad to see you on again.
Hi, Kelly.
Miss you guys. Hey Kelly, how's it going?
Yeah, we're just talking about my weight issues. Even though it doesn't look like it, but I'm definitely way more. I'm carrying like the holiday weight. Do you know what I mean? It's that.
I feel like I've got like chipmunk cheeks at the moment.
Yeah, that's very normal after like Christmas.
Yeah. I think. We got John.
We've got a John.
We've got John Birchall. John, where did you go, my lovely?
I don't know. My just my screen froze, so I had to do the old IT special. You know, switch it off and then switch it back on again.
Yeah, I mean that's what you do for a living, isn't it? I love the shirt, John. I love the shirt.
It's good enough.
What shirt is that?
That is.
It's a lovely, lovely horse. Do you know what, John? I'm gonna swap you. I've just moved you into top one.
There we go.
Here we go. Nice. Here we go. Well, we've got a special guest waiting in the wings. You know, obviously, we're going to talk about an awesome gig we're going to be playing on Friday. Are you looking forward to it, Drew?
Yes, I'm looking forward to the heaviness of it.
Yeah. So we had a great gig on Saturday. We were playing with Karma Effect, Shape of Water. We're actually going to be playing with the Karma Effect again, third time in April in Nottingham again.
Also, it's the third time because we played with them at Just Push Play, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Played after us. We didn't really get a chance to sort of chat, did we? Because it was all just a bit like band go, you know. So
yeah, it was good to kind of like catch up with the guys. Realize that you know, they're obsessed also with David Icke and the reptilian shapeshifters.
I was chatting. You know what? Sorry, can I stop you there? I was having a conversation about David Icke last night. It just seems to be like a running theme going on, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So, guys, if anyone's watching in the chat and has any fun facts about David Icke, please put them in. I can't remember what it was I was watching the other day, and this guy, like, he's a YouTuber, and he starts like playing this video. It's like, oh my god, there's this guy, and he's talking about all the stuff that's going on now, and it's been shot in the 90s. And then he plays this video, and he's playing a fucking video of David Icke, and the live chat is just going, it's David Icke, it's David Icke, it's David Icke. And all of a sudden he reads it, he goes, for fuck's sake.
the Wogan chat show where he just goes off on one and everyone just goes, oh.
Mate, that is TV gold. So yeah, David Icke facts. We love to rip David Icke.
Great show.
He doesn't mind. He's having a great time. But anyway, yeah, so Karma Effects, fucking great gig, absolutely unreal band. It was a really good bill. We spoke about it being quite different, like eclectic. Yes. And I think what's cool is on Saturday last week, I felt like we were probably the heaviest band. And I think on Saturday, we are going to be the, lightest band. But that's cool. That's the great thing about rock and roll. There's lots and lots of different styles. And I guess on that note, let's introduce our special guest for tonight, Mr. Martin Jackson of Confyde.
Hey!
How's it
You're
going?
right. Oh no! Well, my camera's fallen over. It's a great start.
Excellent.
Yeah, not too bad.
Exactly what you want.
Yeah, I'm not too shabby, buddy. Yeah, good. A bit exhausted after the last weekend I've had, but yeah, keeping busy.
What have you been up to?
Well, this weekend just gone. On Friday, I was up in Blackpool performing with Chop Suey, the System of a Down tribute, at this like festival in winter at the Winter Gardens. It's one of the most incredible venues I've ever seen. But we were doing all three tribute bands. We did System of a Down, and we did Killswitch Engage, and we did Disturbed.
Amazing.
Absolutely exhausting.
Oh my goodness.
And then
how can you still speak?
Well, I know years of vocal training, I suppose, but I do lead vocals for the System tribute. And for Kill Switch, I do the clean vocals and rhythm guitar. And then for Disturbed, I just do bass and the occasional bit of BB. So it's not like I'm on lead vocals for the whole night. That really would be insane. A bit much.
Yeah, I mean, I think you'd be in the Guinness Book of Records if you were doing that.
But all good, mate. And was rehearsing with Confyde on Sunday, which was awesome. Nice. Getting ready for this weekend's shows.
Sounds quite similar to you, Drew. You were Richie Sambora on Friday.
Always.
And then you were Drew Lowe on Saturday. What did you do on Sunday?
I am Richie Sambora, then I played Drew Lowe on Saturday. I play myself.
Which character is harder to get into?
That's a good question. Yeah, ask my wife that, and she'll have the right answer, I think. But anyway,
she gets through, but she's thinking of Richie.
Yeah, exactly.
Not like Richie.
It's great. I love Tribute World. Tribute World's great. It's awesome. There's some great bands out there doing really paying homage to some great eras of some great bands. It's and they actually a lot of these tributes are better than the actual bands because the actual bands can't be fucked to play anymore. So I find going to watch the tributes so you get bang for your buck.
Joe, would you say that if as a guitarist, you get method actors?
Yeah.
Would you say you're a method guitarist? Do you stay in character?
Oh, you mean like the whole time they're there? No. I did a gig with the there was a Guns N' Roses tribute out in Slovakia. There was a whole bunch of them. There was like AC/DC and I think, and the only one out of I can't remember which Guns N' Roses tribute was, but out of all the bands, everyone was lovely, and the only person that was a prick was the singer from Guns N' Roses tribute. I was like, "Are you a method actor? Are you paying for this? Aren't you? Do you know what I mean?" But everyone else was really lovely, But he just seemed maybe he just misunderstood. I don't know, but it was just he didn't come across too great, So, but maybe some people like that, So.
Joe, I remember going to your place in Acton when you were doing, I think you're doing "We Will Rock You," and you were doing a lot of the Queen tribute stuff. And you said to me, I think I've got to stop this because I'm starting to sound too much like Brian May in my playing.
Yeah, at one point, yeah. No, seriously, I was just getting well into the Brian stuff, and I was like, Christ, I can really do this, and I need to stop because I don't sound like me anymore. I just sound like Brian May. I sound like Drew Lowe. I sound like Brian May trying to play like Drew Lowe, and it's really wrong. But,
Hi to Lorraine. Lorraine, are you going to come and see us in Glasgow? We've got news. We'll be back up in Bonnie, Scotland.
Oh, I look forward to it.
That's going to be wicked. We can get McCrow out as well.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, definitely.
Do you John, you don't remember that? It's a boring story if Ben's not here.
Well, don't worry about that.
Yeah, I won't go into it. I think it's exploitative. Anyway, shall we, Martin? Shall we listen to some Confyde?
I want to listen to some Confyde. So last week, we were going through all the bands, and it was like Rod had put a snippet thing together of the bands, and what did I say, Rod? I was like, "Who's that band? They're awesome," and it was Confyde.
Oh,
I might still be on next week. So yeah.
Right. Well, without further ado, let's whack on Sweet Nothing. Well, I've already introduced. I was going to say, do you want to introduce it, Martin? But I already have. So you can tell us about it after the song's finished.
Yeah, sure.
Just remember, guys, your microphones will be on when the song is playing. I've done this before. I've started typing, and people have got really upset in the chat. Right, here we go.
Nice. Let's do it.
Those sweet nothings is all it really takes to keep you burning. For their elusive taste. There's no measure measurement to manufacture your consent. make no sound. Those sweet nothings is all it really takes to keep you burning. Cold, sweet nothings is all you're ever fed to keep denying. The night was impossible and they were your guides. Now their decrees become the way, the truth and lies. Desperate for meaning, you forgot your own song, and then it wouldn't be long until all that remains are the notes you don't play. Your push past my safe word every time, and I'll make excuses. I'm doing just fine. I'm so sorry for bleeding out on your bed as they're locking the door and leaving you for dead. You'll still throw the gun, let them have their fun, begging to join them and eclipse the sun. Those sweet nothings is all it really takes to keep me burning. For your elusive taste. Those sweet nothings is all it really takes to keep you burning. For their elusive taste. Cold, sweet nothings is all you're ever fed to keep denying. The grip around your neck. There's no moving root bend to manufacture your consent.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome, man.
Cheers, guys.
Great stuff.
Appreciate that.
Love the vid as well.
Awesome.
Thanks.
I mean, like you always, I'm always very envious of your videos. You always kind of manage to get like a really cool narrative going throughout.
Thank you. It's that one in particular was a lot of work. I think that making that video almost gave me a nervous breakdown. I'm not gonna lie. But
Did you do it? Did you do it all in one day, or was it across a few?
It was all on one day, one very long day. I worked with a chap called Jay Hillier, thoroughly recommended. He's done all the Confyde music videos, and this was like the most ambitious one in terms of like plot and different scenes and different costumes and all that kind of stuff. But I feel like it accurately portrays the message of the song in the way that I wanted. There were all kinds of problems with people's transport being late, and then some people having issues with the initial edit and not liking it and having to change it, go back and forth. But whatever, it all worked out in the end.
Because you've actually got if I've put a link in the chat to the video, but I think you'll probably get recommended if you look on the sidebar. There's an alternative ending as well. So did you manage to kind of salvage that from the different footage you had?
Oh, that was deliberate. That was deliberate
okay.
to have an alternative ending. Yeah. When I was coming up with the narrative, I had the initial concept, but I sat down with two of the actors, so Cara and Melissa, so the two that are the couple in the video, because the song is basically about gaslighting and emotional abuse, right? And so all three of us have had experience of that. So given that they were going to be in the video, I really wanted to get some of their experiences of that so they could contribute and put some of themselves into it.
Yeah.
And where was I going with this? So I completely forgot the question. Oh yeah, that was it. But yeah, we had come up with a couple of endings, and I thought, well, fuck it. Well, let's just do both. One of them that's obviously a very miserable, bleak sort of ending, which is the canon, by the way, in the Confyde cinematic universe. But but the other ending is a little bit more positive, a little bit more tongue-in-cheek, funny, and also brings back a character, another character from a previous music video. So both Cara and Melissa's character have appeared in previous videos. So there's like an ongoing like story. So when if people discover Confyde through one particular song, they might then go back and see where the story's taken them. You know what I mean? Not that all my videos have that very specific narrative going on, but it's nice to tie it all together and make a bit of a universe of it all. You know, it's a lot of fun.
No, fantastic. It's great.
When you're writing now, Martin, like the videos are obviously really strong as well. Do you kind of now when you're writing, are you almost thinking about how it's going to be visualized, after the song's recorded?
Yes and no. Oddly enough, Sweet Nothings, that's the first time I've had a music video concept before I had a song. But I knew the sound I wanted to go for next. I knew the rough sort of sound. Like every Confyde single, I like to think I've taken it to a new stylistic place. I know what I want to do, but I didn't even have a song written. I knew, that's where I want to take it in terms of music video. That could be really cool. But yeah, I already do have something in mind in terms of visuals because we live in an incredibly visual world. Everything's on social media, blah, 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 blah. So I've always got like at least a few ideas in mind already when I'm producing and writing the song of what visuals can go with it and what story we can tell to really ram home the message of the song, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. I mean, did the video in itself kind of help you write the song? Or the idea of the video, did that?
In a way, yeah, it did. It's strange because even though the most relatable subject around Sweet Nothings it's about emotional abuse and manipulative, toxic relationships and stuff. But that's not necessarily just about people that you may have been in a relationship with. It was meant to be a continuation from the previous single, which was UNICEF Kingdom, which was a very overtly political song. And Sweet Nothings was meant to be about how do people end up getting invested in ideas or ideologies or institutions that are ultimately harmful to them. In a way, it's like an abusive relationship, right? Become invested in someone that's hurting you. And so it was meant to be something more akin to that, using an abusive relationship as an analogy for that. And then as I wrote the song, so in more answer to your question, as I was writing the song, I started realizing, this is all actually a bit too relatable. So yeah, you're right. It did, like, given that, and I wanted to bring back the previous characters and have them in a relationship and them being manipulative, because the Melissa's character is meant to have some kind of not quite defined, some kind of supernatural power that means that she can like torture Cara while she's asleep, but then be completely unrecognizable. Like, it's so because I knew I wanted to bring back both those characters and have them in a relationship, but that more sort of rammed home the direction in which I took the lyrics specifically. I know it's a very long-winded answer.
Martin, have you ever thought of doing a bit of like a Coheed and Cambria and like having
That's exactly
more
what
media?
Yeah.
Having like the comic book, and do you know what I mean? So it's all this big universe that's coming together.
I thought about it. Like later on down the line, if there's a bigger fan base that's going to consume that sort of thing, I would love to do that. I actually started writing I did a bit of a dally into some prose. Like I did like maybe 50 pages worth of actual like sort of story alongside Sweet Nothing. So like it could like, I thought, maybe I'll release a book. And then I remembered, do I have any time? No.
It sounds great, doesn't it? Yeah.
I would love to release a book, like, because I used to love, because I love songwriting obviously, but I used to like write quite a few like short stories when I was younger, when I was a teen and stuff, and I really enjoyed that. And music's all about storytelling, and if you can give people something that brings them into that world even more, because like I guess we invested so much time and energy and effort and blood, sweat and tears into the music video concepts in general, to not then expand upon that world building we've already done would be foolish, I think. And it's interesting you mentioned the Coheed and Cambria thing, because my previous originals band, about 10 years ago now, we were called Emperor Chung. And we did have a very strong, like, Coheed and Cambria cartoon character comic book kind of theme, but it was like sort of like tongue-in-cheek though. So there were all these different characters, were all these animals. It's basically, the story is basically Kill Bill if it was Kung Fu Panda.
That's cool, though.
The concept's very silly, but the music's quite serious. But they wanted me to write, when I joined the band as the singer, they wanted me to write lyrics that told the story of Chico Chung, the Emperor Penguin, on his quest to avenge his family's death.
Wow. Did you enjoy the LSD?
Did it all sober, I have to say. But it was unfortunately Emperor Chung has now come off Spotify and YouTube, which is a shame because I'm really proud of the album we did. But it was for fans of Coheed and Cambria, Carnival, Alter Bridge, Opeth, all these bands that I love.
Course,
Guys, let's just say hi to everyone in the chat. So we've got Lorraine, we've got Paula, we've got Kelly, we've got Renan, Katie. Yeah. If we've missed anyone, leave us a comment and we'll say hello to you. That's just like how live streaming works. If you got any questions for us, well, should we plug the gig a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
I've got where's the old? Oh, here it is. Wait a minute. Got to bring it up. One day we'll be slick enough to have a producer. But look, there it is.
Boom.
It's Friday in our quasi hometown of Nottingham. You know, I say quasi hometown because I live there, and you guys are just going to come here. So it's going to be a great gig. Martin, have you played the old Bus Depot before?
I've not played there, but I have been to a show there. I went to see a band called Avoid. Avoid. So you'd really like these guys, actually. They're like a 3-piece grunge band from France.
Wow.
It's kind of a Nirvana, Smashing Pumpkins kind of vibe. But their main lady songwriter, what's her name? Camille. She's an absolute demon on stage. She like dresses in like this little pretty dress, and then she's an absolute like punk rock energy on stage. It's absolutely awesome. Definitely worth checking out. But yeah, that was a really good gig, really good vibes, really good energy. It's like a good small venue where you really feel like you're connecting with the band. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nice.
Brilliant.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. Like we haven't played in Nottingham for ages. Probably last year.
A while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was a while.
Was it the Chameleon?
Yeah, it was. It was. You did 2 gigs in one night, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I went to see you guys, and then I went to see Wayward Sons at the Rescue Rooms.
Oh, Wayward Sons, yeah, of course, yeah.
And with,
I went on tour with them.
No way.
Yeah, I used to be in a band, and they supported us. Their first tour. We were the headlining act actually, and their band, and they supported us. So I sort of know those guys, and I did some tours with Steel Panther and stuff, and they were like supporting. Like we were both the support bands for Steel Panther and stuff. So they were on first, then we were on, and then they played. It was Steel Panther played. Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, nice. I know Toby. Yeah, just sort of on and off because he was in Little Angels. He was sort of he was a guy from back in the day in the 90s, sort of late 80s, early 90s sort of singer. He did quite well.
The chap who does my music videos does all the video content for Toby Jepson.
Oh, cool! There you go.
Yeah, it's so cool. I did do one acoustic gig with him once upon a time with Emperor Chung at Rock City Basement. He's a really nice chap.
Oh,
so I don't know him as well as you, but that's so cool. Like that he supported you. That's mad.
Yeah, it was like early days for them. They had just released their first album, I think, and we did a tour. They supported us on a whole tour, and then we did like the Steel Panther thing together, and that was it really. I don't really speak to them so much anymore. Like sort of Sam, the guitarist, now and again on message, but he's in because Toby's gone traveling now. Sam's doing Black Star Riders, the guitarist, which is pretty cool. Which is a great gig to get.
That's a serious gig. Oh my god,
that's like a real man gig. Yeah.
Yeah, get the Harley Davidson out and play some fucking guitar.
Exactly.
Well, should we have a listen to the headline band, Those Once Loyal?
Yeah,
unfortunately, we listened to Shadow Smile last week, so sorry, boys, you're not getting 2 weeks in a row. So yeah, this is Those Once Loyal, and this is Secondhand Smoke.
Good.
Get ready for this.
Position, ready, go. Where I come to see so low.
great band.
Yeah, awesome.
Great production.
You're on mute, Rudders.
What do you think?
Lord, sorry. I can never do an entire show without some sort of technical hiccup. Anyone else hearing Hatebreed?
Yeah, for real. Riffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, man. I love. There's a few little like guitar harmonies in there as well that are.
Guitar harmonies. I've never heard that.
Yeah, man. Guitar harmonies. And if you're doing like Spinal Tap, you can do bass harmonies.
Exactly.
You know, that's the thing. You need a pedal, John. Get that out.
Oh.
Muse whack out some pretty good bass harmonies.
They do. Right.
Yeah. I think it's going to be an eclectic gig, but I think that's the way forward. We've spoken about this for the last couple of weeks because like some of the bills that we're going on, you know, we were saying just before you came on, like we were probably the heaviest band on Saturday, and like we're going to be the lightest band come Friday. But I think the way to get people to want to come to shows is like, you know, they'll actually see a big range of, you know, different styles within rock music. And it's a great lineup as well because everyone's sounding like tight as well.
Although we are bringing out a slightly we're sort of doing our heavier songs, aren't we?
Yes, we are. We're like get the heavy tunes out.
Bring out some of the others. I was like, yeah, let's do those ones. Yeah. I think they'll be good though. You know, it's good. It's good. And no click track. We're just going to play just straight in.
No, we're not. We're playing with click track.
Oh,
17th. You're getting very confused, Drew.
We are playing with click track on Friday.
Yeah, we're playing click track on Friday.
There's just one gig that we're not doing click track.
Yeah, you're obsessed with that. What do you think of click tracks, Martin?
pain in the arse.
They are a pain in the ass.
Good for recording, but live, I've had some experience of using them, and it's just, I find it tedious. I can't relax because there's this beep, 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 and it's just, I don't know. For me, while it gives you options in terms of like having production synchronized with the song that you can just set up and automatically go. You don't have to hire someone to do it. That's really cool. There are benefits to it. You can have extra layers coming in on a track if you want it to. But for me, I don't know. I feel like it takes a lot of the spontaneity out of it, and I can't really get into the performance because I'm just going, I guess even if it's just the drummer who's got the click track, it means we've got to wait for the, I don't know. For me, it's something else to go wrong.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, the only person who's on click is our drummer because it is just for like textures and pads. It's not like we've got like we not like some bands where they just basically have the CD playing. So, hang on a minute, so
especially these older bands. That's why these rock bands can tour into their 70s because they're not actually playing.
Yeah, it's you joke, but it's so true, so true. Even fucking Dream Theater are using tracks now. James LeBrie's not singing live anymore.
Really?
Yeah. At least for some parts. Yeah, he's been caught out, and he was caught out online miming to a track, and he had a massive tantrum about it the next show. I'm just like, dude, just rise. There are people saying that I'm lip syncing. I've never lip synced in my life. And it's like, it's so obvious that you're lip syncing. Like, come on, dude, just get a better singer. He's clearly, James LeBrie's a singer who's had a lot of vocal troubles throughout his career, right? But I don't know. I feel like it's the same, as you say, there's a lot of these older bands that, because they can't hack it live, they're having to use click track, because otherwise they end up sounding like Vince Neil, that meme video. Do you remember?
Oh,
yeah.
No, do you know what the worst one was? Like when you see like a proper hero of yours. Did you ever see that video of Scott Whelan before he died?
Oh yeah.
No, I never did.
Oh my goodness, it was so bad. It was so bad.
He's just whining down the microphone. You're like, oh God.
Doing Vasa, and it's like, yeah. I mean, it sounded like fucking Bob Dylan.
Oh no,
have you got a video of that, Rod?
Let me see if I can get it set up. Hang on.
I just feel really bad for the. I sort of feel really because I don't know. He was obviously clearly off his head on something, you know. You sit there going like, "Oh man, you're like one of the greatest frontmen in the history of rock music."
I mean, I think actually, no, you were there. It's back at Marlborough. We saw another amazing band. Just
another level.
Yeah, disillusioned by the backing track cutting in a bit too early and getting into yeah.
Hang on. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm trying to find the Scott Weiland clip.
Yeah, absolutely. So this venue, right? Have you played this venue before?
As I said, I've not played there, but I've been to a show there. I went to see Avoid, and that was a really good gig.
Is it a big PA or small PA?
It's a relatively sizable PA. Yeah, it's built for rock bands.
So is it would it take an amp modeler versus if I had to use my guitar amp?
It's a question we're already asking in the Facebook chat.
Yeah. Thing is, I'm more prone to bring my amp modeler just because for quickness, ease, and it sounds good because we've toured with it when we toured Poland. It was actually really good, and if I can just plug straight in, it just with the first band on, just get on, do our thing, less faffing about. It literally takes me like 2 seconds. So if the PA can handle it and it sounds good, I'm down with that. That's what I'm doing.
That's what our guitar player is going to do anyway. Sladen. I'm going to be using a real amp because I don't have a modeler, but he has one, so we're just going to go. And I think because we don't have much time to sound check, it would be a good idea.
Okay, I'm going to do that then. That's fine.
I'm going to worthwhile asking Mark though, who does sound tech, who also produced a few Confyde singles actually. So it's great to have him on sound for us. But
if you can link him in or something, I'd be good to talk to him.
Mark actually did the sound for our live recordings and the live stream we did.
Is that Mark? Legends.
Yeah.
Wicked. He's a top bloke. I'll speak to him then. Yeah. I'll bring my amp modeler then, because if I don't have to bring my heads and stuff, honestly, like the way it's all going now, it's like all the gigs I do in the tours and stuff. And if the PA can take it, I'm like amp modeler all the way, you know.
I can just imagine
Poland was the trial for that, and it worked really well. So I was like, there we go.
When you say that, Drew, I just imagine Scotty from Star Trek going, "You can't take it. The PA can't take it."
Right, I'm just going to swap from here to my phone. Right.
Go for it. I'm trying to find. I've just got this video of Scott Weiland, and I'm looking for it.
All right.
Sorry, go.
I was going to say, while you do that, I just wanted to address Paula in the chat because I've only just noticed earlier on she said that she was at the Winter Gardens show on Friday.
Oh, brilliant! Cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So thanks very much, Paula, and thanks for the kind words about Sweet Nothings. Appreciate that. It's nice to have people appreciate the original stuff because a lot of people are like, "Oh, that's the System of a Down guy." Like, yeah. Sorry. Yes, just wanted to say.
Oh, nice. Drew, hang on. I'll mute one of you.
No, it's me. There we go.
Okay, cool. Nice.
And we're in.
Right, let's just really quickly, it's got to be really quick, watch this Scott Weiland because we'll get taken down if we watch it for too long because of the copyright shit. But here we go. This was awful. Oh, I mean, look at him. He's not doing well.
What a good play.
Here we go. Here we go.
That was painful.
That is like the Sonic
awful, isn't it?
Finding out that Father Christmas isn't real. So it was for me. And actually, do you know what? I was thinking, shit, man, I was thinking like he's not gonna last long. And like he died very shortly after that.
It's tragic.
Horrendous.
Yeah.
But and I think the worst thing about it was after all the criticism came up and people said, they think maybe he's using again. He came out and was saying like, "Oh no, I'm sober," and you're just like, you're just in fucking denial, aren't you? Like, there's something. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe he was sober, and that's just the effects of all the stuff that he did to himself over the years. But I mean, I don't know what's more sad, if that was just the effects of it all, or if he was really sort of lying to himself about the whole thing. But yeah, fucking depressing.
It was really sad. It was very, very sad because he couldn't make a comeback.
Yeah. He was done.
And now he never will. And it's just like that to me is always, when you see artists like they're at the bottom of their game and they just don't, and they pass away or something. I just think that's just like, people just remember that. Then they don't remember like, oh, hang on a minute, he wrote like Purple, Tiny Music, and all these like amazing records.
But do you know the crazy thing was? I don't know if you guys have seen. I mean, I don't know how big a Pilots fan you are, Martin, but like we're fucking nuts at the Pilots. But 2012, that video we just played was from 2015. In 2012, they played this awesome like live show that was broadcast to launch the self-titled album they did when they reformed, and he's on fire. He looks like he aged 30 years in 3 years.
Oh man, that's depressing.
And you're just like, oh, horrendous. Right, should we go for some hot takes on things? I'm going to put up a joke image of myself, and you guys have got to guess what musical story we're going to be talking about. And I'm just going to say this is in poor taste before I even go for it. But here we go. Talk about really, really bad photos that you can get. I mean, yeah.
I did notice that though. I noticed it when I downloaded the WeTransfer. I was like, "Ooh, not with that one."
Yeah. I mean, I will get away with the fact that I am mixed race, so I would have been well on that chopping block. But does anybody know what story from the music industry that photo relates to?
I do, but there you go.
Martin, can you guess? Can anyone in the chat guess?
The story that it relates to.
Yes.
Well, I think it's I think you're trying to do the YMCA because you've got a mic in the other hand. It's a bit hard.
You're not accidentally cosplaying Phil Anselmo here, are you?
Oh, you got it.
Did I get it?
Replace
Fucking
Pantera.
yeah.
Hang on, did you, Martin? We were discussing this before we came on. Now, did you know that was about this story that happened, or was it just you thought rock band doing some sort of like fascist salute, Phil Anselmo? Because you could be either or, to be fair.
I mean, it had been in my brain because obviously Pantera have had a load of shows cancelled, right? But I was just like, rock singer on the stage doing the Sea Kyle. Oh yeah, it's Phil Anselmo.
Of course it is.
Yeah, crikey. Funny one, this. I mean, I actually can't believe they got booked. But hey, especially for a German festival. Fucking hell. But yeah, I thought it was widely known. I didn't think this was a surprise to anyone. But hey, maybe I'm a cynic.
I know. Pretty bad.
Yeah. There's lots going about these days, but I don't think anyone really feels that bad about this one. I can do without Pantera, and also as well, it's like, is it really Pantera?
It's a tribute band.
Yeah,
I would, and I would know.
But yeah, Foo Fighters, coming back. That's another one. Which is,
I thought coming back so soon, it was a bit like, okay.
Listen, I think you summed it up best last week when you said, look, the staff have got bills to pay, and you forget.
Well, yeah,
a behemoth like Foo Fighters. How many people, how many families are dependent on that tour going ahead? It's horrible, but it's business
big
as well.
time.
Yeah, I mean, especially Drew. Obviously working with Culture Club and seeing that firsthand going through the pandemic, it's kind of you never really see it.
exactly.
I mean, you never kind of see it. You never see it in that angle if you're not in it.
Well, it's a business. Yeah, it's like anything. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, my comeback to that would be maybe Phil Anselmo should have thought about that before he screamed White Power on stage at Time Bash. Maybe people might want to book me anymore if I scream Nazi.
His road crew were fuming. They were crying into their Confederate flags. Anyway, sorry, I'll stop that. We pride ourselves on not being political, so I thought this was more common sense than politics. Right, next news story. Kiss's manager Doc McGee reveals what year farewell tour will end.
No, he doesn't.
I saw that headline. I thought that was brilliant.
When is it? When is it going to end?
Pardon? Never end. I don't know. Should we see? So it says this week, Kiss's manager Doc McGee, the band's longtime handler, said that the continuously delayed end of the group's farewell end of the road world tour would finally come in 2023.
Wow.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it for a second.
I think
they're a money makers merchandising dream.
Yeah.
I think it'd be like Futurama. They'll end up just being like heads in jars and still performing.
That's a good shout.
Oh, I've just realised one of my lights has gone out. Just give me 1 second.
My whole camera's gone.
I mean, Kiss are one of those bands where you're just like, they're so money hungry and driven that, which is great, but they'll never stop. I mean, it's just like they'll find a loophole in it. Though I reckon they'll go back to they'll do like a non-makeup tour like back in the 80s.
I don't know. I actually think that I thought they would do a franchise band.
You reckon?
Possibly. Yeah. I think I was thinking like they could slowly start replace. I thought that was the whole thing with Kiss, isn't it? Like their characters, maybe they'll be replaced, but maybe just the egos of Gene and Paul just keep it going. I mean,
I think so. I think they'll never be able to stop. You can't replace them all because they are like, they are the business. Like they're the leaders of the band. It's like everyone else is replaceable, but you know.
Yeah,
I don't know. The whole thing's a bit. It's like the other day when we talked about last week when what band broke up, and I said, well, it's not really a band, is it? It's just him, And I said it's like Mariah Carey breaking up. It's Fall Out Boy. What's the band?
Disco.
They're not a band. It's like it's him, and you sort of go like they've had so many members over the years, and you just start going, who's in the band? So like, in the end, I don't know.
I'll just read out a message from the chat. I went to the so-called last gig of Kiss, and it was shite. Not my thoughts, but the words of Paula R. Exley.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
What about it was shite? I just think if I saw them, because I'm such a massive Kiss fan, and I think my head would explode. It would be like when I went to see Andrew WK times 20.
Mate, if you're anywhere as bad as that gig, because I was there, we're in for a real treat. I've never witnessed anything like that.
What, the sort of mass hysteria of Andrew WK fans? There aren't many of them. The ones that there are, they are.
You lost your shit, mate. It was amazing, and I was like, I know one song.
Do you know what?
Don't tell me I don't like you, mate. I stood there for a.
Do you know what's crazy? Actually, I took my old housemate Liam, who to see Andrew WK many years ago in a much smaller venue, because I think we were at the Forum or something when we saw them, and he was like, he's more into like his techno music, whatever, and he was like, oh, what is this? And because I've been playing it in the week, he was like, oh, I'll just go with you anyway. by the end of it, he was on stage with Andrew WK, like going, "Rah!" There's just something infectious about him. Yeah, it's brilliant. It was brilliant. He did a one-man stage or one-man show as well. That was the thing that was really impressive. Yeah.
Oh, so he's just on his own. There weren't any other musicians.
No, this was when he was in a bit of a barren period, and it was just him, a backing track, and a keyboard, and it was unbelievably brilliant. I think I've been to see Andrew WK maybe 20 times. So I'm hardcore. I'm really hardcore, Andrew WK. There's a very good, actually, I'll plug it. There's a very, very good podcast called, was it Everything We Know About Andrew WK or something like that? And it is, it's people who are just as obsessive as me or my friend Jen, who's also obsessed with Andrew WK, literally doing 2, 3, 4 hour conversations about each album.
Wow,
and
I
all
love
the
that
stuff
kind
that
of
he does.
fandom.
Yeah, it's brilliant, and also it's when you get stuff when you cross over fandoms. So I really like My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, and there's Andrew WK kind of, because he's into parties, and one of the ponies is really into parties. They did like a mock-up of the Party Hard cover, with the bleeding nose, with Pinkie Pie, one of the ponies. And then Andrew WK then went to BronyCon to talk about partying like Pinkie Pie. It was amazing. It's just like two things you like all coming together at the same time. Amazing.
What is this, a crossover episode?
I mean, if he went on BoJack Horseman, it'd be even better.
Oh my God, yes.
Right. I reckon we should probably start wrapping up. But before we do, we'll just we'll do another plug of the gig. So look in the chat. Ashley, Blackwood Slater, see you Friday. Yes, you will. At the old bus depot on the 3rd of Feb. Those ones loyal. Confyde, Shadow Smile, Just a Ride. And if you buy tickets now, it's only a £5. How can you get better value than that? I thought last Saturday's gig was value at 10 quid or whatever, 8 quid. This is even better. This is one more band for £3 less.
Bargain, mate.
Absolute bargain.
Absolute fucking bargain. So, yeah. And then we have some great news as well. We're going to be supporting Gin Annie on the last 3 dates of their tour. We're going to be in Glasgow at the Cat House, which is actually the first ever gig outside of London that I played when I was a very, very young man. And it was fucking brilliant. We're playing at the Wrecking Ball in Hull. And we're back at Trillions, who I've slated so much on this live stream in the past. Hopefully they'll promote the show this time.
Oh,
I'm sure they will.
Chestnut.
Brilliant.
Oh, yeah, I know. A question in the chat. When are you coming to Wakefield? Again, good job Katie's in the chat, because she's probably writing this down going, right, Wakefield. Yep. Or is there anywhere else around Wakefield? Leeds, Harrogate, would that be in the ballpark, or is it just too far to come? I don't know. I'm shit at geography. But yeah, Gin Annie, we're absolutely buzzing to be going and playing, getting back up to Scotland as well. We'll see Lorraine there, which would be lovely. And last but not least,
It's going to be amazing.
we are going unplugged. We're going unplugged. And we're going to be playing at Rockwich in Northwich in Cheshire. That's is that Hollyoaks country?
No, Chester's Hollyoaks.
I'm not
Chester.
sure.
I've no idea. We're so ignorant. But I mean, we're musicians.
Southerners.
We can't know about stuff. We can't know about stuff like this. So yeah, we have got Arrogant Southerners. There's Misadventure, Slider Smith, and one of my faves. Do you remember Beth Blade?
Yeah.
Who asked the question, are your balls as big as your mouth? Martin, you're our guest. Are your balls as big as your mouth?
I mean, like the total like mass of both balls in comparison to my mouth.
Yes.
Probably not. I reckon I could. I reckon I could fit a good 6 or 7 of my own balls in my mouth. Actually.
Wow.
Do you know, I was like, well, do you know what? I don't want to put myself down, but I don't think my balls are particularly big. But what I do know is my mouth is fucking huge. So, you know, I'd make a really good, I would make a really good sex toy for maybe a couple, maybe a gay couple, because I can go, get them both in, at least 2, maybe even a throuple. So, yeah, we're getting a question, where's Alex? Your guess is as good as mine.
Honestly. We'll just see him on Friday.
He'll be around. He'll be here on Friday. We'll maybe get him to pre-record some stuff so you can contribute to the live stream. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Where's Alex?
Where's Alex?
That's like the running theme in the band.
Yeah, maybe what you should do on a gig, like a Where's Wally? Just get like a crowd picture and just have Alex like him with a little hat, and just do like a Where's Alex?
We should actually, that's the book we should publish. Like Coheed and Cambria, you know, Confyde, they're doing these intricate stories. It's like, yeah, you should do a book or comic. We do a Where's Wally companion of our drummer. That's the artistic level that just you get when you get Just a Ride. So yeah, I think that's it. Like, Martin, is there anything else you want to plug apart from obviously the show we're playing together on Friday?
You should all listen to this great band I've heard called Just a Ride. They're fucking sick. Yeah, absolutely amazing songs, amazing musicianship, and they do a cracking live show. And they're playing on Friday, and it's going to be awesome. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to plug, but if there's any of you in the London area at all in the chat, Confyde is going to be playing on Sunday at the Hope and Anchor in Islington, and we will be joined by
nice.
Those Once Loyal and Shadow Smile are going to be there as well. So it's basically sort of a part
Fantastic. You'll enjoy that.
I did play their acoustic last year, and it was a wonderful gig. So really looking forward. It's like a 7-band bill. It's going to be insane. So I'm very excited for that. But I think that's it. Also, Chop Suey will be on tour as well throughout basically all of this year. It's trying to fit Confyde in around Chop Suey.
Hang on. Let me find the dates.
What was that, Drew?
It's whatever pays the bills, though. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. I do a surge tanking and I sing at weddings. That's what makes my living.
There you go. That sounds like my job, mate. Awesome.
Oh, which tribute do you play for again?
The Bon Jovi one, but I'm only a debt, so I just fill in when the guitarist can't do it, which is actually quite a lot recently. So I've just did lots of shows, but I do a lot of their abroad stuff because he just doesn't like going abroad. So I tend to get all the fun, cool European stuff, or India or Russia, and all these kind of funky gigs like that.
Oh,
it's really good. Get to see the world a little bit.
We've got all of the dates for Chop Suey 2023 on the screen now.
Wow, that's a great thing. Amazing.
And this is only part 1.
I mean, no.
Yeah, so we're doing the grassroots tour at the beginning of the year, going back to a lot of the smaller venues, basically, because the grassroots venues are where it all starts, right? Unfortunately, the Nottingham show is cancelled, which makes us very sad. But we are going to be announcing this tour with all the dates filled in, because there are a few TBAs. We've now got all the dates booked in, and we're going to be announcing those soon. And then we are also going to be doing a part 2, August, September, October, with a redux of the thing we did last year, which was called Forever New, where we've got ourselves and doing System of a Down and Machine Head this time.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
And then we are joined by another double tribute who do Korn and Marilyn Manson, and they are fantastic.
Oh, awesome.
I love to go. I need to go and see some tribute bands. They are brilliant. I love going to watch tribute bands because when it's done well, it's awesome.
Well, hopefully, it looks like it's booked in. But last weekend of August, we're going to be doing that semi all day at Rock City again. So that's
you've done that for the last few years on like the bank holiday-ish kind of.
We've done the last 2 years. We've got a Rock City residency going on.
That's awesome,
but yeah,
man.
it has been insanely cool. But there will also be an Evanescence tribute with us as well.
That'd be cool.
I'll be 14 years old all over again. It's going to be brilliant.
Yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to doing the Machine Head set. You know, I do a similar thing to the Killswitch Engage where I do the clean vocals and play rhythm guitar. But like the riffs in Machine Head are so much fun to play. Oh my god! Yeah.
Are you doing anything from the Burning Red?
Oh yeah, because it's meant to be forever new. You know, we're sticking to that kind of era. So we're doing Blood, Sweat, the Tears, and From This Day.
Oh, From This Day. That's like 13-year-old me.
So like, wait, there you go.
Now or never.
Hello. Yeah. Everyone say hello to my wife.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Are you enjoying your new house?
Oh yeah, it's great. Just come home to the smell of food.
Making a bolognese. How good am I?
You're pretty
Drew, what's in your bolognese?
Sorry?
What's in your bolognese? I'll put you on the spot.
Tomato and a sauce packet thing.
Oh, Drew, if you want to up your bolognese game, a little bit of Liam Perrings.
Oh really? I'm running.
Have you guys ever been to Italy?
We're not doing a cooking show. We should do a cooking show.
Maybe that's what we should do. We could do a good cooking show. I can set up multiple cameras. I could do one from my kitchen.
I mean, you could do.
Just to cook.
Just to cook. There you go.
Or what about just a rice?
Just a rice.
Because I'm a little bit ethnic. Do you know? I can whack up a mean egg fried rice while we live stream if you want.
But that's very limiting.
I tell you what, not to be like, you know, coining your where you're from, but you make really good egg fried rice. Like, like when we were recording the studio, I was like, fucking hell, Rod, this is really good. Like, like your sticky rice is amazing.
Rice is really hard to do. I can't
like properly, yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
Anyway, what we do? Should we round off now then?
Martin, do you want me to bring you an egg fried rice on Friday?
Please, I'll be disappointed if you don't.
It's really good, really good.
That can be like the rider. Yeah, you know, something like pizza or hot dogs. No, egg fried rice. Let's go.
I'll see what I can cook up. See what I can cook up.
Absolutely.
Do you know what? What was it? We did this interview, and they asked us like, what was the thing that you liked most about recording? And I said it was cooking for the band every night.
Oh, that's adorable. I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
Anyway, on that note, yeah, if you come to the gig, maybe you'll get fed as well. Do you know what? Like, there are all these bands doing like the VIP experience or whatever. Maybe that's our VIP experience. Like Rod will cook for you before you
the cooking experience.
Also, the venue is going to be warm. I know that's going to be a real attraction for people.
Yeah. Yeah. Good Lord. Anyway, we should do some sort of altruistic promotion where, you know, if the venue is warm and it hasn't sold well, we just invite the homeless people in to just shelter for 4 hours.
That'd be sick.
I think that'd be
that's a great idea.
Let's just see a load of.
I'll tell you what, rock gigs have got a reputation for being quite stinky.
You
know,
may as well go all in.
If you combine homeless people and sweaty metalers, good Lord, we're definitely not going to increase the crossover potential.
I don't know. It's not as bad as comic book shops, or even worse, Games Workshop.
Oh, don't diss the Games Workshop. That's a Nottingham-based company.
I know it's the headquarters there, but I mean, I used to back in the day go to go to Games Workshop. It just stunk of BO. It's awful. It's and
also the paint as well was quite like you get high.
Yeah, I think a few people use that as a ruse just to sniff the fumes.
Just to sniff paint and not shower. Anyway, well, we've insulted so many people. We probably should leave it there, and then we can just continue to insult people on stage on Friday.
Let's leave it on a David Icke note. We'll be all right.
Yeah. Martin, sorry, just need to ask you, Are you a fan of David Icke, and do you have any interesting David Icke facts?
I know very little about David Icke. I just know I've heard a few sound bites from him that make me go, "What? What?"
Amazing.
I guess he's like, I want to believe that David Icke is like secretly like a parody character, and then like maybe 10 years time he'll come like, ha ha, I was pretending to be a nutcase the whole time.
Yeah, you've been waiting for 20 years plus.
Yeah.
Maybe we're the nutcases and he's right. Have you thought about that?
Maybe. Oh.
So to throw a span on the words.
You're sounding quite lizardy there, Drew.
Sorry, yeah. I'm just getting my turquoise. Actually, saying that, I do have a turquoise towel. Have to be careful. Yeah.
Oh.
Right. Okay. Yeah. David Icke. See you later.
Yeah, that's the end of it.
Bye, guys. Thanks for coming on, Martin. We'll see you on Friday. Get some beers in. We'll see you later. See you later,
Thanks for
everyone.
having me, guys. Take
No
care.
worries. Anytime, mate. Take care. Bye.